Right, hi guys. Can anybody hear me? If you could hear me, could you type in the chat? Right, awesome. So we're going to start in 2 minutes. So let me just quickly share my screen, and then I will pass the host to Henry after that. Right, so today we're going to be our 40 meetup in Hong Kong. Is about the easy traffic method for the WooCommerce site. Today we are really happy to invite Henry, which is from Singapore. He has been really experienced in the e-commerce space with a number of different e-shop in different platforms as well. And one of the platform he used is actually WooCommerce, and he has been generating like 7 figures for the business. As I remember, it should be like 3 million or something like that, right? So I will pass the host to Henry, and then he can start the presentation. I got a message saying cannot hear. Right, okay. So let me just pass it to Henry.
I think you have to connect your audio first.
Can you not hear me?
Try with your microphone to have sound.
Right. I've made you a host now.
All right, great.
Myself.
Yeah. So before I share screen, just want to say that we are in a lockdown. So my son is in the room with me. Right. So if there's some some screams and all that, I hope you guys don't mind. You can see him at the back here. Right. So all right. So let's get started. Let me share my screen. Okay. Let me turn on my slides. Let me move this away. Okay. Can everyone see my screen? All right, awesome. So I've been on the Hong Kong meetup, WordPress meetup, about 2 or 3 years ago, I guess, right? And I spoken at the meetup. I spoke about everything about conversions on your e-commerce store, anything to like related to WooCommerce, how you can increase your conversion rate. So if you are interested in that, I'm not sure if there was a recording of that meetup. So
Yeah, it's recorded now.
yeah, so I guess Ivan could share with you guys as well. I think that talk is still very relevant and insightful.
Oh, you mean the previous one? I
Yeah.
don't think that will be recorded, which is a long.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. So today I'll be talking about some easy traffic methods. So today's meetup is going to be very, casual. There won't be a lot of heavy information that I'll be presenting. So we might have quite a bit of time after my presentation. So feel free to ask me any questions. I have done a lot of stuff related to e-commerce. So definitely, anything you want to ask about it, I'll do my best to answer your questions. Yeah. So today's talk is about easy traffic methods for WooCommerce. So I have two very simple, easy traffic methods. If you're running a WooCommerce store, okay. So about a bit about myself, I'm a WordPress co-organizer in Singapore, right? And I've been here for 5 to 6 years in e-commerce now, and I'm power seller on Qoo10 Singapore. So Qoo10 Singapore is the largest marketplace. This like a shopping site in Singapore, and I'm also the level 7 top seller on Lazada Singapore as well. And I've sold like everywhere. I've sold on Shopee. Do you guys have Shopee in Hong Kong?
Yeah, I
You
think
guys have.
they just start recruiting it like last month.
Oh, okay, so that's
Yeah,
great. So looks like Shopee is expanding to Hong Kong as
yeah,
well. So, Carousel, I guess you guys have that. There's I've done eBay as well. I've done eBay drop shipping. I've just hold inventory and sell on eBay as well. I've done that as well. Amazon in the US. So in fact, our sales are doing really well right now. We're doing like close to 100,000 USD a month right now. So sales are, I mean, because of what's going on with the COVID-19, right? So everyone's at home, and uh, you know, uh, more people are buying online. Okay, and then also on 11th Street. So is 11th Street is also one of the larger e-commerce shopping sites in Malaysia. Right, so I run a seven figures company with close to 20 people on our team. And honestly, I'm just a regular guy, right? It's just that, I really, really love e-commerce, right? I just like the feel, the thrill of, just selling something online, and receiving the email that, I made money. I think that is a very interesting feeling that you get. Okay, so selling on marketplaces is definitely awesome. I'm not sure if you guys, any of you sell on HKTV Mall, uh, big shop, right? And I think there's one more Z store in Hong Kong, right? So those are marketplaces, and it's definitely awesome, right? Like, so this is what I did, right, in Amazon recently in the US, right? So everything is in US dollars. This is my sales in Lazada in Singapore. So this is in SGD. This is in Shopee in SGD as well, right? This is in Qoo10. So we did like close to $76,000 in Sing dollars, right? But honestly, my true love lies with WooCommerce, right? Just look at my sales about 30 days ago, right? So I did close to $100,000, right? Why do I love WooCommerce so much? Because it's not because I did more sales there, but it's because I retain the control. Okay, the most important thing is you retain control. And what do I mean by control? All right, if you sell on, let's say, Lazada, right? I'm not sure if you guys have that in like HKTV Mall or something like that. Is that uh, in Lazada, if you sell on Lazada, if you cancel the order, they will charge you a fee. They will charge you a penalty, right? So that to kind of make sure that you try and fulfill your orders, right? So they also suspend, some of them, they could suspend your listings or even your accounts. So if you have done selling on eBay or Amazon, this might have happened to you, right? And the most important thing, let's say if you are actually selling on Shopify, you're using Shopify, using Wix, Weebly, or stuff like that. Basically, you actually get to retain all your website content, because the one of our Singapore WordPress co-organizer actually said that when you use a platform like Shopify or Wix, right, you are just renting a website from them. You're kind of just renting a website from them, right? Whereas if you use WooCommerce, you actually own the website. Like you have more control over your website. So if you are on Shopify could close down your account, and they basically take down your website, right? And the difference is that let's say if you're a physical store, right, you would sign a lease with the landlord. Over here with Shopify is there's no lease here. They can just turn off your website anytime that you want. Whereas with WordPress, with WooCommerce, even if let's say your website is doing something funny, or maybe the host, the I mean the web host doesn't like you, maybe you could still, you know, back up all your website and then move it to another host, or even host it yourself, right? And get your website up, right? So you get to build your own brand as well, because it's your own website, right? You get your brand.com, something like that. Okay, and you own your own customer base, right? That means when you sell on eBay or Lazada or this Amazon or even HKTV Mall or something like that, they do not pass on the customer's email or phone number. I mean, they do give you phone number, but they definitely do not give you the email address of the customer, right? Because they don't want you to get that information and market to them, right? So you don't actually have your own customer base, right? So when you sell on, let's say on Amazon, those sales that are done on Amazon, those customers that bought from you on Amazon, technically they belong to Amazon. They are not really your customers at all, right? And never get held hostage by anyone again, right? So no one can, you know, threaten you to do something that you don't want to do, and then you know, turn off your website or something like that. Okay, so uh, I want to share. So this is the first method that I use to actually get traffic to my website. Okay, so this is using YouTube. So this is super fast free, right? Super fast free, because it's very easy to do this. Every one of you can do this. In this free traffic as well, right? So it's a form of free traffic. And if you know how to use a camera phone, right, you can do this, right? So I believe all of us, if you're using a PC, I'm sure we know how to use a camera phone as well. And the things that you need are very simple. You just need a camera phone, a stand, a phone holder, and a rotating base, right? So rotating base is basically like maybe a plate or something like that, that you can kind of turn it around, right? I think that will be good enough. You know, I'm not sure where to find it in Hong Kong, but I guess you can easily get one from maybe Taobao or something like that. Okay, so here is the final product of how it looks like. Let me just kind of show you to you. So how do you guys like that video? Right? How do you guys like that video, right? It's a very, very simple video. All of us can do this, right? Just put a camera. You know, this is a product that I sell, right? In fact, I purposely choose this product to show you guys because I think this is made in Hong Kong, right? This is a Hong Kong product, right? So this is my store, right? It's called Senior Care. So, so what I do with this video is I just put a tripod and then, you know, just record a short, you know, 15-second video like this, okay, and then I put it, I upload it into my channel, and then after that I would embed this video into my product listing as well. So this would actually not just help you to get traffic, right? So I'll come to the traffic part in a while. The first thing that it does is that it improves your conversion rate. It improves your conversion rate because the customer is able to see the product in many different angles. It's more engaging to the customer. Okay, and you will accumulate views as well, and you know, the more views that you get when people start searching for your product on YouTube. I mean, people search for the product on YouTube, they will come across your video. Okay, and in your video description, right, what you want to put is, you know, put in a discount code, right? Put in your discount code and then link it to the product itself, right? So just link it to the product itself, and then they can put in the discount code and then get a discount when they purchase from your site. Okay, so this is a very, very good method. All right, and the other thing is that you could do something like Right, let's say if you search for a product like this, sometimes in Google they will show video results, right? They might show video result like this, right? So you can see a video result here, and people might click into it as well. Okay, and also under the videos search results in Google as well, so you can see some of my videos are up here. Okay, so this is one of the ways that you can get traffic from YouTube. Okay, so up till now, is there any questions? Because it looks like the chat is not very engaging.
Maybe if they have no question, you explain very well.
Okay, so are you using these videos as ads? I am actually not using these videos as ads as well. Personally, because firstly, this product itself is it's very cheap. I think it's maybe like 15 Hong Kong dollars, I guess. Right, 15 Hong Kong dollars. So if I'm running these products as a ad, I don't think I would be making money. So I have to run ads on products that are more expensive, and because I run a store, right? So my video is more of one of the ads that I use as a one of the video that I use for ad is more about my store itself. I show a range of products, and I show how simple it is to order from us, and then how to how quickly we actually send it to the customer. Okay, so for me, your question, right? I guess I'll come to that at the end of my presentation, right? On how to subscribe to the newsletter. Divine asks, do you embed the video on your e-commerce site, or is there a link to the YouTube site? I would embed the video on my e-commerce site. Okay, are you able to track which customer watch your video and turn into an actual buyer? Yes, you are able to do that, but I will not be the best person to ask. I guess Ivan might be better at it. Okay, so basically what you want to do is you can use something called a UTM tag. Right, you can use a UTM tag. So it's like a URL identifier. So when people click on your link, right, on the link, instead of putting just your website link, you put in the URL link with the UTM tag, and then you'll be able to track in Google Analytics when they convert into a customer as well. You'll be able to see based on this UTM tag how many actually convert into sales, and how much is the value of the sale itself. Sorry, this question is a bit technical. I'm just afraid for the rest of the attendees who are not very technically savvy. So maybe similar to creating a custom. Yes, Adam, it is something like that. You can turn the UTM tag into a URL shortener, and then put it up onto YouTube as well. Okay, is that good enough? Any question from Adam maybe, or the rest? Okay, so okay, I'll move on to the next one. Okay, so let me summarize, how to do this. So it's very simple way of getting free traffic, right? So step one, you just turn on your camera app, right? So all of you can do this. Step two is just to switch it to video recording. Place the product, up on top of the rotating base, and then just hit record. Right, turn your product one round or maybe 2 rounds, whatever it is. Crop the video, right? So most of the camera, I think the editing apps that comes default within your phone itself would already have a feature like this to crop the video. Okay, and then you could put a music like what we do, you can just Google for royalty-free music, so you don't get into trouble for using someone else's music that they didn't allow you to use at all. You can just choose a royalty-free music and then put it inside if you want to, right? Otherwise, even without music, everything is silent. I think it is fine as well, right? And then upload into your YouTube channel. Do you try to segment? Me, do you mind elaborating on your question as to why segmenting my traffic, right? Okay, and then let me kind of move on in a while. So include a link and discount code to your WooCommerce store, right? This is to improve your conversion rate, right? So that's the last step. So I believe all of you can do this, right? It's very simple video. So just put your product there, right? And then record a very short video, maybe 10, 15 seconds and put it up, right? And Andy asked, will embedding YouTube video directly slow down your website speed? Um, I the more content you have on your web page is definitely going to slow down the page load speed itself. But when it comes to embedding the video, right, is very different. It works. It doesn't slow down your site that much, right? Because how it works is that the video is not loading from your website; it is loading from YouTube. So the video is actually downloading and playing from YouTube itself. So it doesn't affect your site speed that much. Right? Yeah, and Ivan says you can do retargeting ads later on to people who watch the video, and you can increase your conversion rate from there. That's definitely something that you can add on to improve your sales as well. Okay. So is it important to you to find out where your YouTube viewers turn buyer are from? Uh, for us, right, I don't actually analyze that much from the YouTube viewers. Okay. What because YouTube is very large, right? Whereas my store is actually just focused on selling in Singapore, although we can ship worldwide as well. So because my store is in Singapore, we charge everything in Singapore dollars. Everything is localized to Singapore. So it is not a global store. It's not charged in like maybe USD or something like that. So people don't so people usually most of them who come to your site, they actually don't buy from you. Okay. In fact, if they don't if in fact, if you only sell to Hong Kong, sell within Hong Kong and sell, and you don't sell outside of Hong Kong, you can in fact maybe use something like Cloudflare to block all the traffic outside of Hong Kong itself if you don't want people outside of Hong Kong coming into your website, right? So that you can reduce your server load itself. But for us, we allow everyone to come in, and then because we do sell worldwide. Just that everything is charged in Singapore dollars. Okay, so Adam asked, do you have any advice for creating video content for services such as an online class or graphic services as opposed to physical products, like your example, video content? I think when it comes to online class, I do run my own online courses as well. I do teach people how to build their own e-commerce business. But I think when it comes to ideas about for online class, I think Ivan it might be Ivan might be much better than that. I th- I maybe if you want to elaborate a bit more on like what kind of specific advice you're looking for, and then I might be able to answer your question much better. Okay, and for me, do you cater your marketing styles to different cultures? Okay, so for me, your question, because you're asking a lot of questions outside of the YouTube, right? So I will let me just quickly answer your question. So I have a site, it's called honeycity dot com.sg, and I also have it in honeycity.hk. So we localize the site itself. We localize the site itself in for the .hk site, right? we charge everything in Hong Kong dollars, and we do have an English version of the site, and we do have this traditional Mandarin version of the site as well. And everything is charged in Hong Kong dollars, and the shipping fee is also localized, and is what most online stores in Hong Kong are charging as well. So this is how we improve. We try. In fact, we are ranked #1 on Google recently. Just that we turn off the checkout function because we can't ship to Hong Kong right now, because of most of the flights are cancelled. So there's we can't ship to Hong Kong. In fact we have the site in Taiwan as well, and we also get quite a few sales from Hong Kong as well. So what we do is we localize the site, and that's kind of what we do. That will improve your conversion rate, and also in your Google Search Console, right, you can actually select geographical targeting. So you can select, let's say if you buy, your domain name is abcstore.com.hk, right? And what happens is that in Google, when people search for related keywords, Google will actually put your website much higher than the rest, right? So that has to do with something related to SEO. Okay, and for the traffic geography, Google Analytics can help. Yeah, that's right. So how could retarget the people who watch the video? Can we set retargeting who watch over 30 seconds? Yes, you can do that. Yes, you can do that. Basically, you do that in Google Ads itself. So you can select the people who watch a video, how many percent of the video that they watch. Okay, if yeah. All right, so let me move on to the next one. Okay. By the way, your very first question, let me just take that down so that I can answer you very quickly. Let me put your question right down. Okay, so that's very good. All of you are actually very excited in asking questions. Or set a discount code towards end of video, so those who stay longer get the code. Honestly, it doesn't matter because as long as they come to my website, I do have a drop down. I do have a pop up for them to opt in to get the discount code anyway. Yeah, so if everybody is cool, let's move on to the next one. So the next one is actually blogger backlinks, and as it has to do a bit with SEO as well. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to look for bloggers, and then you send them your product for free. Okay, so this is, I would say, like a paid method, because you have to come out with some money, right? Because you have to send them your product for free. Okay, and then you get them to do a review of the product on their blog. Okay, and also to get them to post on their social media as well. Okay, and then also give their followers a discount code. Okay, so the thing is, why you want to get them to post on their social media is because usually social media followers, they would convert a bit better. So when they put in their discount code, you might get some sales from there as well. Okay, so some bloggers are definitely going to charge you money. In fact, we just put, I do have another site in Hong Kong that we just kind of put up, and we just kind of paid someone in Hong Kong to do this. So this is one of my site here. So this is one of our products. We're actually selling Chinese tea. So we've got these teas here, right? So these are some of our teas. Right, so we paid this blogger 2,500 Hong Kong dollars. Right, so she did this. She posted on both of her blogs, and she put it up on Facebook as well. I'm not sure if she put it on Instagram as well. Okay, so this is so basically they'll come to my website over here. All right, so we've got English and Chinese here. All right. So yeah, we are actually in fact ranking quite well for this site as well for some of the products. Quite a few sales coming in as well. Quite a new site. We started working on this about 2 months ago, I guess, 1 or 2 months ago. Okay. So yeah, I run sites in Singapore, Hong Kong as well. Right. So look for bloggers. So how do you look for bloggers before I come here, right? Firstly, what you want to do very simply is just to Google for top, maybe like top fitness. Let's say you sell a fitness product, you have a fitness related store. Okay, so this just Google and then they'll tell you like who are the ones. Okay, and then what you want to do is let me show my mobile phone over here. Okay, so they'll tell you this a few people here, right? So like Hillary Sui, okay, Lindsay Zhang. Well, this guy is really buff, right? Okay, sorry, some too revealing photos here. Okay, so what you do is you want to put some of these in Google for them, right? And then uh, let me share my mobile view. Okay, so let me. Okay, so what I do is you just go to Instagram, right? So you just search for some of these people. Like just now is Hillary X Sui. Okay, okay, and then what you do is you follow these people. Okay, so you follow them. Okay, and once you start following them, right, what happens is that you go to your search over here, right, and then you start seeing a lot of like Hong Kong influencers, and then you basically what you do is you, let's say maybe like this lady here, and then you see if she has a blog, she has her own website, and then uh, whenever it's possible, right, you want to send them email instead of sending them IG message. Okay, the reason being is because in Instagram you can't send too many messages a day, right? So that's how you find bloggers. Okay, then you want to send them a product for free, right? So how do you do that? Is you send them a message like this. So like, dear, so let's say we are talking to the lady, right, Hillary. So you say, hey, dear Hillary, I have some free gifts for you, right, like that. Okay. So if you are keen in using this method to get your traffic, right? So you might want to take down this template here. Okay, so this is Henry from maybe like Pure Chinese Tea, right? I found your blog from who referred, maybe like the website that you found, uh, maybe a friend introduced you to her or something like that, and you say, and felt that our products may be very well suited for you and your blog. I was wondering if you are keen to help write a simple and short article about us in return for some gifts and thankful appreciation from us. Here's what we have for you. Then you put in the product, what you want to send to them. Okay, so some of them are going to tell you, sorry, we charge a fee. Then just say, okay, no problem, we'll get back to you in the future, right? But a lot of these influencers and bloggers, right, a lot of them are going to do it for you for free because as long they haven't reached a certain following, a lot of them actually would want to do it for free. In fact, being able to post about a product, right, it shows that they actually they actually of a they're actually able to charge money or something like that. It's like some brands would actually want them to promote their product, something like that, right? So you put in your website URL, right, and then you say, do reply my email or contact me at, then you put in your contact number, maybe like WhatsApp or something like that, and then you, if you're keen to work together, I will just need your address and contact number to send these items to you. Okay, so I hope to hear from you soon, you know, sincerely, your name, right? So very simple process as well. Okay, and then, oops. Yeah, in fact, that is everything that I have. Very simple talk today. One, let me open up the, how do I open up the chat message? Okay, yeah. Okay, so so if you have questions, feel free to put that in the chat right now. So Rina asks, Henry, on the T Blogger, 2,500 Hong Kong dollars. Any time limit for posting or number of posts? Usually these people who are willing to do it for free, they wouldn't ask for anything. But there is one downside of I mean, if you are reaching out to the bloggers who are willing to do it for free, right? They are not going. They are usually they won't have any time limit or anything like that. So once they put out your product, they put out the post on Instagram or something like that, or the blog post, right? They are not going to remove it. You usually a blog post, when they put it out, it will be permanently on the site. Okay, and then on the blog post itself, you want to put a backlink to your site again. Yeah, so you get a backlink from the blogger as well. Okay, so me ask, how can you tell how much to pay a blogger? So if a blogger charges 2,500 to do a post on Chinese tea, okay, you have to sell a lot of tea to recoup the loss. How do you calculate the ROI on that? Or do you want to get qualified leads to and you will work on the conversions later? Okay, in in Singapore, I actually paid one of the top bloggers, I think is 2,500 Sing dollars. So we're talking about more than, how much is that? 2,500. I think it's like 12,000, 13,000 over Hong Kong dollars. We paid the blogger that amount, okay? But her following is actually very strong. And when we put that up, right, because that blogger has been blogging for quite a long time already. We're talking about maybe like 10 years at least. And what happens is that her followings are now, because she started maybe like when she was 20s, right? And then now 10 years later, she's like 30 plus already, and she's still blogging. So these people, they are all qualified buyers, because they got money to buy stuff from you, right? They are not a broke university student or something like that. So they are all working adults now, so they have money to buy a product. So I paid her 2,500, but we actually made back in profit $1,500. So actually, if you look at the front end of this ad, right, I actually lost $1,000, 1,000 Sing dollars. But if you look at a wider scope, right, what happens was my rankings for my keywords actually went from page 2, in the middle of page 2. So we are talking about rank 15 or so, 15 or 16, and a lot of the keywords actually went to page 1, we're talking page 1, rank 2, rank 3, like that. Yes, I mean no. I'm talking about the upfront profit. So when the blogger actually put it out on her blog and her Instagram, right? I within that 2 or 3 days, I made $1,500 in SGD back to myself. So I actually technically lost $1,000, but a lot of my keywords from page 2 went to page 1 on the top 3, number 1 to number 3 rankings. So that, if you think about that long-term value is actually much more worth it. Okay, because with her backlink coming in, my ranking went up. I made money over and over again, right? Because my ranking is up there, right? So that's what I do, all right. And uh, I would say that for to better answer your question at me is that uh, when it comes to, we are talking about SEO right now, right? Is that there's no point being on page two, right? So if I want to make this business a success, right? If I want to make this let's say this tea business success, right? I have to build these all the keywords up to page one on like the top 3 rankings at least, right? Otherwise it will not be, I will lose all the investment technically, because there's no point keeping a website on page 2, right? So it's more like you want to calculate, you know, how much do you need to invest in this keyword, in this in the SEO of this website to get your rankings up to the top 3, uh, and then, you know, how much do you need to spend to get there, right? So these more like paying money, all right. uh, yeah. And because once I'm up there, I don't have to I don't have to spend that much money anymore just to maintain my ranking. So then I'll just keep uh, making money from there, and then recoup my investment later on. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Before I move on to the other questions, let me just answer the very first question that me asked, right? So you asked about how do I get people in my newsletter. So this is a very nice trick that I do. It's not really a trick, but I would say it's more of, a lot of people don't do this at all. And in fact, I don't think that a lot of people know this at all. So let me just close all this. Let me open this up. Okay, so I'll open up a incognito window here. Okay, so I'll just go to my website, and then I'll show you what I do when it comes to capturing emails on the e-commerce site. So this is more than what I'm teaching right now. Okay, so you see that I come to my website here, right? When I try to, well, let me just open it up again. Okay, so this is what I do is that this is called exit intent pop-up. So when I try to exit the website, this pop-up appears. So I actually offer, can you see that I offer a piece of content, right? So this is an ebook, right? Okay, right. So if you go to my blogs, right? My homepage or my blogs, something like this. Let's say we have a piece of article on thermometers, okay? Because we sold tons of thermometers during this COVID-19, right? So when I try to exit here, right, it shows the book pop up, okay? But if I go to one of my products here, okay, so let's say maybe this one, right, some exercise. So basically my store deals with elderlies, right? So anything related to elderlies. Okay, so elderlies need to do some exercise as well, right? Even if they can't go out of the house. Okay, so this product here, right? So when I'm on my product page, right? When I try to exit, I'll give them a discount code. Can you see that? Okay, so what happens is that I have 2 different pop-ups on my website, right? Exit intent pop-ups to capture their email and name as well. Right? I always ask for name, but it's only the email is required. I think I asked for name as well. Okay, so the reason being is that in your e-commerce site, right? So in your WooCommerce site, you will have your blog and you will have your product pages as well, right? So your product pages will be your shop page, your cart page, your checkout page, something like that. And your blog page will be, you know, anything to do with information, right? So when people come to your website, they are looking for two things. One is one is your one is looking for information. One is looking to buy stuff. Okay, so when they come and look for information on your website, right, what do you want to offer them? You want to offer them more information, and that's how you get their email address. Okay, and then later on in the email follow-ups, when you send them emails, you can then slowly introduce them your products and then offer a discount to sell to them, and that's how you convert these people into your customers, right? So people who look for information, right, it's not that they won't buy your product, they are just not at the stage of buying. Okay, so let's say if I want to buy maybe a 4K Ultra HD television, right? And there's so many different choices, right? Which one do I choose? A lot of people would go and research first, but they are not ready to buy it, something like that. But you get the information first, you keep in touch with them, and then later on when they are ready to buy, you are the answer to their problem. Okay, and when people come to your site, they land on your shop page. When they try to exit, when they try to exit, I show them the discount code. This is because uh, I give them the because they when they come to the product page is because they have the intention to purchase. They have the intention to purchase. Okay, right? Uh, so Leon raised your hand, right? So Leon, if just feel free to ask your question in the chat, and then I'll get to it very shortly. Okay, so Mark asked, what's your SEO approach? I think that question is a bit broad. Maybe you want to elaborate a bit on what is my approach. Okay, and for Prof, okay, can you explain what a backlink is? Yes, a backlink is basically a link to your website, right? It's just like some of these links, right? These are all links, but a backlink is when the link actually goes to another website, when from somebody else's website coming to your website. Okay. And Ann asked, what you do is drop shipping. Not really. I don't really do drop shipping. I actually hold inventory for all these products. But I do have some websites where I actually drop ship as well, right? So but I don't drop ship from like China. So a lot of people drop ship from China because uh, the products are very cheap there, but the problem is that the lead time is very long. So what I do is I usually drop ship from a local supplier. So I do have one site that I do this. It's called Pet Food Care. So we actually partner with a local store, local pet supply store, and this pet supply store is run by an auntie, right? So they wouldn't know how to use WooCommerce or something like that. So what we do is we help them to put the products up, and we sell them here. And then every time we get an order, we would send the courier the waybill to the to them. We'll email it to them, and then they will just pack the order and send it to our customers. So Andy asked, do you think TikTok is worth it for traffic? Unfortunately, I'm not very like into the social media thing. I think it and usually I don't. I feel that personally for me, I still feel that like Facebook and things like that are still better than like maybe TikTok and Instagram because of the demographics of people who are using these apps. So it doesn't mean that TikTok will not make money. It will definitely, as long as you can turn it to something profitable, right? But when it comes to Facebook or maybe Pinterest, right? People who use them are of maybe in their late 20s or 30s at least, and they have more buying power, right? Okay. So Adam asks, is it just your core website, or is it customized specifically for the blogger? I still don't understand your question, Adam. And okay, what email or CRM plugin do you use with your e-store? I use Klaviyo. So the reason being is Klaviyo has much more advanced features. So if you are using MailChimp, once you test out Klaviyo, you might not want to return to MailChimp. Okay, and in Klaviyo is free for up to 250 subscribers as well. So Wyatt, you can put the oh yeah, okay. So I guess Wyatt is explaining what a backlink is, and Andy asked how to prevent my newsletter to go into junk mail folder. I'm having this problem now. Okay, I actually just did this. Just recently shared this because I'm building a new site with some new partners, and I shared with them how to do this, how to improve your delivery rate, right? Just give me a moment. Let me just show you what it is. One. Let me just download the image. Okay. So Andy, that's a very good question. So let me just scroll it in so that you guys can see it. So what I do is I send, this is what I call a pre-email, like this in your email flows, right? So maybe you are going to send 7 emails to customers, right? Like your welcome emails, right? You're sending 7 emails. This is email number 0. Okay, so what you do is hi Henry, this email is to confirm your account on Senior Care is active. Next time you shop with us, you can save time by at checkout by logging into your account. This is a preview, blah blah. So over here, I do what we call a bit of a fear of loss here. Fear of loss. You may miss out on receive, recover passwords, transactional and promotional emails from us. Okay, so I scare them, right? I mean, if you buy something from an e-commerce store and you don't receive the email, the receipt email, right, or the invoice, I'm sure you panic. Like, is this store a scam, right? So this email is kept simple to ensure deliverability. So this email, right, instead of using those fanciful email designer, right, you just select the text-based email for this. Don't use any of that. Don't insert pictures. Don't change the font type. Don't just use everything default as it is as much as possible. Use less hyperlinks, right? Something like this that they could click on. Use less hyperlinks, use less bold. Don't change the font color. Don't do any of that. Just keep it very, very simple, because this email is most likely going into the primary inbox in their Gmail account when you do it this way. Okay. So by now you should have received our welcome email titled "Welcome to Senior Care." So this one, this email, right? It will be sent together with the second email, which is this. More like this is the first email. This is email 0. This is email 1. So it'll be sent together, right? So if you now receive it, check your spam folder. Mark the email as not spam. If you are using Gmail, check your promotions tab. Right, move the email to your primary tab and do this for all future conversations. You see, all my instructions are very, very specific, right? And you want to add my email to your email contact to ensure deliverability. Okay, and then lastly, then I tell them that they can manage preference to see what kind of emails you wish to see from us. Right, so that's a very good question. Have you tried getting backlinks from newspaper or magazines? If so, do you offer them a product to try, or do you set yourself out as an expert and say, offer them information? You can do all those, right? But ultimately, when it comes to backlinks and stuff like that, I mean, the simple way is you pay them money, lah. Then you save the time to go through all these things. it's either you spend money or you spend effort like that, right? But the thing is, when SEO, once your ranking is up there, you'll stay there for quite some time. As long all your links are they come across very legitimate, you won't have an issue, right? So I've only been penalized one time, and that was 3 years ago in a Google algorithm update, and that's all. And they restored my rankings the following update, and then I've been up there since then, right? So okay, yeah, you can use third party this SNTP server as well. So I'm not very good with all this technical stuff. Basically you're using like maybe like Mailgun or something like that. I don't really know. And their email server are more trustworthy, and then the emails actually go through much higher as well. Okay, yeah, thanks, me. All right, for saying that. And Divine asks, do the products that are dropship typically take longer than those you keep in stock? Not really, because this pet store, right, that I work with, right, uh, basically the products are all in Singapore as well, so they are kept in the pet store, the pet supply store, and we send them the way bill. They operate like almost every day, right? We send them the way bill, and then we arrange the courier to pick it up from them. So it's not very long. In fact, it is the same time as what I have, right? So the reason why I go for very short lead time compared to drop shipping from maybe China, for example, is because it takes a long time, right? And what happens is that either the customer maybe even forget about that they bought from you already, or but regardless, or they get a very bad experience buying from you, and they're not going to come back and return to buy from you again. So if you spend $8 to get a customer, right, then and they just buy once from me, and then you don't actually get very good returns in that sense, in my opinion. So that's why I go for repeat customers. I have customers that let me see if I can open my email. I have customers that purchase from me, uh, 20 times, 30 times. Some customers have been with me for 3 or 4 years, maybe as well, right? At Henry, zero email can be set up under free subscription. I don't understand your question, but basically in Klaviyo you can. Hold on. So I've got tons of emails here coming in. Let me just open up one of them. This one is probably a new customer. So in Klaviyo is free for up to 250 subscribers. So sorry, lots of emails. So every time I turn this on, it takes a while. So this one is probably a brand new customer, but I have customers that have purchased multiple times from me as well. So yeah, so sorry, slagging. But yeah, I go for basically I go for repeat customers. So that's my strategy. I keep customers with me, as much as possible. Yeah, and in fact, whenever I come across a customer who is unhappy with their experience, I will reach out to them, and then I might even give them some credit, just to get them to come back and buy. Yeah. Any more questions that you guys want to ask? Feel free to ask me. I've done, I you know, I've I've sold a lot of
Henry,
stuff.
if they want to look for you after the section, do you have a like contact us page so they could look you
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the price?
Let me share that slide then. So right? So you can connect with me at decisivemarketer.com. So that's my consulting and coaching business, right? And this is my Facebook, this is my Twitter, and I'm also frequently on Quora and Reddit as well. So, you might be able to see me sometimes when I answer some people's questions as well. Okay, and then last, I think if there's no more questions, I guess Su's question will be the last, right? Do you sell the same product in your own site and also on the marketplace? Yes, I do that, but within Singapore itself. Because let's say I do sell like wheelchairs in Singapore, and if I were to sell that to maybe like Malaysia, it doesn't make sense because the shipping fee, or maybe sell it to Hong Kong, it doesn't make sense because the shipping fee might even cost more money than the wheelchair itself. Yeah. Right. So I think
Great.
I
Thanks for
think we can take
sharing.
it back, take
Yeah.
the way.
Yes. So if anyone else still have problem or question about e-commerce stuff, look for Henry. So thanks for joining today, and thanks again for Henry for the variable sharing. Thank you very much. So I'll see you next time.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.